And hope all of you are doing well. Today I am going to revise the chapter 4 energy transformation of energy. So before we start the transformation of energy, we will recall the previous part, what is work done, what is energy. So what is work done, student? So work is said to be done when an force is applied on an object and the object gets displaced in the direction of that applied force due to of that force. Okay, that is called work done. For doing work we require energy. So what is energy? Energy is defined as the capacity or ability to do work. Okay, so student, we know that in energy, we know that there are in our nature there are various forms of energy, like light energy, heat energy, sound energy, mechanical energy, chemical energy, etc. So in those forms of energy are can be classified into two types. Some are in stored energy, means potential energy. Some energy is in kinetic energy, means energy in action. Okay, so according to the law of conservation, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be transformed from one form to the another form. Okay, the change of one form of energy into the other form of energy is called transformation of energy. Okay, so suppose when a body is released from a height, that time its potential energy is gradually transformed to kinetic energy, and same situation will be same reverse situation will have been happen if the body throws upwards. That time its potential kinetic energy of the body is gradually transformed to its potential energy. Okay, so this transformation of energy, we will see some more examples, like in an electric bulb the electric energy can transform into light energy and heat energy. And when the water falls from on the ground, water falls from a height on the ground, that time the potential energy is gradually converted to kinetic energy, and after striking the ground that energy is also converted into sound energy and heat energy. And an electric fan, the electric energy is also converted into mechanical energy. Okay, so those are the few examples of transformation of energy. So let's see here, I drew some. See, so you see in this picture that person hold in his hand one of the ball. So in this position the potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is 0 at height h. Okay, but when he released this ball, see that potential energy is gradually converted into kinetic energy. So after touching this ground, this ball, the potential energy will be 0 and kinetic energy will be maximum. In roller coaster, you see here also that when the motor push this car, in this situation means that beginning of the ride of this coaster, so this place that they have a low potential energy but high kinetic energy, but on the top of this roller coaster this kinetic energy is gradually converted into potential energy. So in this position that they have a maximum potential energy and minimum kinetic energy. So but you see this below of this ride, you see this position here in this car, they have a low potential energy but high kinetic energy. So here to here you see this, the potential energy is maximum here and kinetic energy is minimum, but in this position potential energy is minimum, kinetic energy is maximum. So this potential energy is gradually converted into kinetic energy. Okay, this is the another example of a transformation of energy. Okay, and let's see that another example in a hydroelectric power plant. In dam, so water stored in a dam at a height h, so here it has a potential energy. Here have a gate, this gate is made up of a iron gate. Okay, and there have a control valve, and this valve is control the pressure of that water, means how much water will pass through it. That valve will help it. Okay, so through when that water release from this grate, and after when this water falls from here to here, that time the potential energy is gradually converted into kinetic energy. So water falls from a height to the ground level. See this is the ground level, so that potential energy is converted into kinetic energy when that when this the falling water moves the turbine. So this is a turbine. So when the moving water moves the turbine, the falling water moves the turbine, the kinetic energy is gradually converted into mechanical energy. And when that moving turbine starts this generator, this is a dynamic generator. When this moving turbine starts this generator, this mechanical energy is converted into electric energy, and this electric energy is we transfer this electric energy to the transformer, and this through this transformer, this electric energy go to the high tension towers. From here, that in different purpose the current or electrical energy transform from the different purpose. We can use this for light, heat, or sound energy. Okay, and so you see this from here, actually the potential energy is maximum. Okay, but when the water falls from this height, so this potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, and that falling water moves the turbine. So here the kinetic energy is transformed to mechanical energy. And this when the moving turbine starts the generator, so means here actually that when that moving turbine starts this generator, so here actually mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. Okay, and when the electric energy is used for different purpose, so means electrical energy is using for heat, light, sound. Okay, so for many purposes. From here actually we are using this light for many purposes, for light, for heat, for sound, for different purposes we can use this electrical energy. Okay, so this is the examples of a transformation of energy. And also the another examples are, so when the hammer a nail, the mechanical energy is converted into heat energy. So when the hammer a nail, that time is mechanical energy is converted into heat energy, and electrical energy is converted into a magnetic energy with the help of an electromagnet. Okay, we will discuss about the power. So see student, we will revise the one of the important part is the power. Okay, so here I have drawn two pictures. So this one person is little bit fat and another person is little bit thin. So the first person is do one work within 2 days. Okay, so this person is finish one work within 2 days, and this person the same work is finished in 2 hours. Okay, so how can you how can you find out who has more power? So these things is very important. So is power, the definition is that work power equals to, so power equals to work done per time taken. So time taken. So two person means both person are doing the same work. This person is taking the time is 2 days and this person is taking the time 2 hours. So how can you find out who has more power? So we can use this formula. So power equals to work done per time taken. So it means actually the rate of which the work is done. Okay, so what is the unit of a work done? We know that 1 joule, and time taken we will consider it in second. So 1 joule per second, or you can say 1 watt. Okay, or joule per second, or you can use this term 1 watt. Okay, so SI unit of power is watt. So SI unit of power is watt, or you can say joule per second. So you see this formula, so P is equal to W by T. Okay, so when work, in this case two persons are doing the same work, but this time period is both time periods is different. Okay, so when we will say that power who has more power, so they are doing a same work. So when that person do that work or finish that work in smaller time, that time we can say that person has more powerful. Okay, so means they do a same work within smaller time. So power is more when that work is done in a smaller time, and power is less when that work is done in a larger time. Okay, so power will be increasing when the time will be decreased, and power will be decreased when time will be increased. So this the simple things you have to remember, and of course you have to remember this SI unit of power. The SI unit of power is watt, or you can say joule per second. And now at one of that question is I am asking you, the power of a bulb is 60 watts. Suppose the power of a bulb is 60 watt. So what does the above statement signify? So my question is, what does the above statement signify? Okay, so this is the question. So the power of bulb is 60 watt. So when work is done, an equal amount of energy is required. We know that for doing work we need a equal amount of energy. So because the energy, what is the definition of energy? Energy is the capacity or ability to do work. So when the work is done, an equal amount of energy is required. So we can write work done equals to energy consumed. Okay, so work done equals to energy consumed. So you can write power equals to, we know power equals to work done by time taken. See this expression, see, power equals to work done by time taken. So instead of work done, we can write energy consumed by time taken. Okay, so a bulb 60 watt, a 60 watt bulb will consume electrical 60 joules of, or a 60 watt bulb will consume electrical energy per second. So you can write, so a 60 watt bulb will consume 60 joules of electrical energy per second. So a bulb 60 watt bulb will consume 60 joules of electrical energy per second. So per second that bulb consumes 60 joule of electrical energy. So this is the significance of, see this question, what does that, the power of a bulb is 60 watt. So what does the above statement signify? So you write like this way, work done equals to energy consumed, because we know that work is done and equal amount of energy is consumed. For doing work we require energy. So instead of work done, you write down this energy consumed by time taken. So a 60 watt bulb will consume 60 joules of electrical energy per second. Okay, so this is, so you see that 60 joule per 1 second. So that's why it will be 60 watt because joule per second is also it is called watt. So this way you have to simplify those things. Okay, so this is one of that important question. See here, this is one question. Sometimes is asking about what the power of a bulb is 60 watt. What does the above statement signify? Suppose in 60 in question is giving 90 watt or 120 watt. So same way you have to write work done equals to energy consumed. So power equals to work done by time taken, and instead of work done you write down energy consumed by power taken. So 60 watt bulb will consume 60 joules of electrical energy per second, and then afterwards you show this way 60 joule by 1 second equals to 60 watt. Okay, so those things you please remember, and try to read it properly. And in my worksheet I have given some more question regarding energy chapter. You please solve it. Okay, and more question answer I will discuss in my next video. Thank you, student.